hanging out and where you spend your time.
Yeah, it was before we started. But it's okay. I've had a revelation.
Where do you
Me
think
too
mine
today,
is?
yeah.
Facebook?
Pardon?
Where do you
Yeah.
think mine is?
I think you've got two sites, so you're
Now on
looking
page
at
13,
Twitter.
we're going to talk about
Facebook.
your digital
The
plan,
other
which
side,
is your
like,
strategy.
your wholesale model is definitely LinkedIn.
Yeah, but don't you think with such a stigma, not stigma, but like thing around breastfeeding would be Twitter as well?
She's only got 10 minutes now.
Okay,
I've
go.
got
Well,
and please.
Okay, so on page 13, we're going to now talk about the digital plan. So what I want you to be walking away from today, from this weekend, is now to have a better understanding of each of the platforms. You might not fully get it because they all do have their little nuances, but to now which is going to be best applied to your business. So based on the initial thoughts that we've had here that you've written down about your target market, where do you think that they're likely to be hanging out? Are they the professional crowd that like to, they're on there because they're looking to engage with people, do the joint ventures, get clients, customers, get their problems solved, because those guys are on LinkedIn? Is it more about the visual and the planning and the things, which would be Pinterest? Is it the social side of things, wanting to know what their friends are up to, just keeping up with what's going on Facebook? Is it the breaking news on Twitter? Chatting to people on Twitter?
So for my sort of corporate side, they want something, the new thing that blah 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 down the street's organisation hasn't used before. That sort of, can you have that conversation through LinkedIn? Is it
Say it again.
like, say for example, RACV. RACV I work with, so NRMA would want to know what RACV are doing and go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, I can use this not as NRMA, but I can use them in NRMA holiday parks.
Yeah.
Is that the conversation that can happen through LinkedIn, that they can see what, or not?
Well, is that not really a conversation, but more about the projects? So
Yeah.
they can see that through the projects,
That's-
and they'll do their own searches and you'll come up.
In the project?
Yeah, LinkedIn, with conversations on LinkedIn, it's not so much on the front end of
Just gotta get
LinkedIn,
that
it's through groups.
Right,
Yes.
yep.
Or through the answers kind of thing. It's probably more through groups.
Groups.
And most of the engagement is through groups. You can share content and things on your profile, but it is quite a one-way thing. If people want to connect with you, you've got to more do it through a group.
Yeah.
So either you being
Or
a part of the
mutual
group,
contact as well, can't you? So
you mean picking up the phone?
as in, so like if you've got another connection on LinkedIn and they're connected to someone who you want to be connected
Yes.
with, then you can connect via that person, that
That's
mutual
right.
party, which I've had quite a few good leads
Yes.
come through that way.
You will get people do that, they'll see what you do,
Yep.
and they'll see you by being connected to
Yeah.
maybe someone's connected in between us.
Yes.
And then they'll ask that person to connect, or you'll come up as a suggestion. We've spoken about suggestions, and then they'll look at your profile because you'll have populated it,
Mhm.
and then they'll come and ask to
Okay.
connect with you. But yes, through, as you said, through the projects, you can showcase that on your profile.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do was for you to work out now your plan. So I want to make sure that you don't get into this state of overwhelm, feeling that you have to do everything.
Sit down.
That you have to do everything straight away, because it's just not possible. It's just not possible to do everything. You're going to have to just pick one or maybe two platforms and concentrate on that first of all. So if it is what you're most comfortable on, just choose what you're most comfortable on. If it's what you know, if it's the platform you know that your target audience are on, you're going to have to bring yourself up to speed on that. So if you know that they're on Twitter, well, you're going to have to learn Twitter, how to tweet, and what the symbols mean, and how to retweet, and all of that kind of thing. Yeah. So what I want you to do is, so on page 13, I've listed here, so what you would like to do for this week coming up, so after this weekend, what are some, let's say, 2 or 3 things that you know you can do in this week coming up? It may be something as simple as making sure all your... Did you drop your ball?
Yeah, good for you. It's on camera.
Right by the audio.
That's never happened before.
It might be as simple as you making a commitment that you'll set aside half an hour this week and you'll make sure you've got the same photo on every single profile. Just one step at a time.
Is that a good first point of call, is to just to make sure there's continuity
Yes.
throughout the platform?
But also, if you've got to do different demographics for the ones that are in Facebook as opposed to your LinkedIn. So one in LinkedIn, you're probably wearing a suit, as opposed to your Facebook where you might have
You
something
don't
more
see it
casual.
anyway, it's like,
It's only your head, but
Is it?
I use the same photo across everything.
I was going to say your brand should be the same.
Absolutely.
Brand's
And
gotta
if
be
your
the
photo's
same.
taken,
the language would be
Even-
different,
Mm.
but the
Yeah.
visuals should be the same.
And on branding, we don't use our logo, we use our face.
I was just going to ask that exact question. So you
Don't
know how
use
the
logo.
cover page is up there now, and we've got this little that used to be our logo. I
Yes.
changed that to me.
Okay, so you're talking about a fan page on
Sorry.
Facebook?
Yes.
So you've got the cover,
Yes.
so the
which
cover can be
that's
your branding.
appropriate to my branding and my
So then
product.
you've got your little photo.
Yes.
So we're talking about on your fan page, not your profile.
Yes.
You'll see the bigger brands will use their logo.
Yeah.
Just
that's
remember-
what comes up when you're.
That's what comes
Yeah.
up when people see you. So if you want the brand, or do you want your face?
No, I want brand.
So then you'd use your brand
Yeah.
as your logo there. But everywhere else on all the other platforms, on Twitter,
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, on Pinterest,
On gas blogs?
It's me.
You use your
Face,
photo.
always the
Yeah.
face.
on
Well,
all
yeah.
the business directories that you might have published articles on. So, example business. You know that you may not know, so I'll tell you that CBA and Westpac, both of those platforms target women's markets,
Yeah.
and they have a business directory that you can for free put a profile on. So CBA, womeninfocus.com is
It's
CBA.
good that. I
It's
quite like
really
that.
good platform.
womeninfocus.com is CBA, and rubyconnection.com.au.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
I think it's womeninfocus.com or .com.au. I think it's .com.
I don't know.
So CBA is womeninfocus.com or
Ruby Project
.com.au, I
is
can't remember. And then Westpac is Ruby Connection.
Just don't go into a bank and ask the bank manager anything about Ruby Connection because she will go, what?
Oh no, there's actually is everybody here from Victoria? There's actually state managers. So Nicole is the state manager for I think it's Vic and Taz.
No, she's gone.
She gone?
Nicole Morris.
Oh, has she? Who's the
She's
new one?
left. Don't know. Yeah. No, she's not there anymore. She's left.
Okay, well they've got ladies that head up each of their division, each of their state. So they're the ones to ask. So find out who they are and get in touch with them, ring them and have a coffee with them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You know what we don't do anymore? We don't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
This will differentiate yourself. So they've found out all about you online, but they then have that connection. So when they go and meet you, they know what you look like, and they feel that they already know you to some level. And then you've already broken that ice of establishing that rapport. So when you sit down, you don't have to worry about that, but you can just get on to chatting and talking and connecting with people. really
It's
cool.
looked at old school, but now it's becoming the new school because
It
no
really
one,
is,
everyone's
yeah.
hiding behind it. So
Yeah.
to actually get a phone call and a
easy.
face-to-face meeting, I had, just to share, a really good result from exactly that. I pushed myself out of the comfort zone because I'm very, can sit behind an email. Rang the lady and said, look, let's go have coffee. She was thinking about one project. I got it for the next 12 months because we were able to have that conversation. But people,
And it can have
it was,
been half
that's
an
the old
hour
way, but
instead
now
of
it's the
like
new
a
way
week.
because no one
Yeah.
is doing it.
That's right, people aren't doing it anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
They think,
Back to
well,
basics.
social media, so everyone's talking about it as the new buzz, and yes, you need to be aware of it, and you do need to be on it, and by on it, I'm saying have set up your profiles on there, but that's only one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone and talk to people.
Yeah,
It really works.
yeah, it does.
People ring and I'll answer the phone, they say, Wendy, really? You answered the phone? Well, yeah, you heard it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lost art.
Yeah.
Becoming so if we take that on, we stand out. So what I would do is, yes, I would initially do if you are on various social platforms already, I would do an audit of what your message is on there. So look at your photo, look at any tagline or byline on there, and then just further expansion on your message. So when they read about you, are they actually getting your current flavour of what you do? Because it's just a fact, what you were doing in July last year is going to be different to what you're doing today. Right? Different services, offerings, products, you've evolved.
found old pricing and had a heart attack. So yeah, it's good to check.
Pricing, yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pricing, products, events might be out of date.
Nothing worse than getting a website that tells you about 2010 events being.
That's
Or
right.
worse.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the little copyright
2006.
symbol down the
Yeah.
bottom still says 2009. You go, when was the last time you updated your website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Links, website links. Make sure they're the most current links that you have. And have you put the links in all the spots that you can? On your Facebook, on your LinkedIn. You get 3 spots on LinkedIn. Put your websites on there. Are they the current ones? Because at one point you might have been promoting an event. You might have put an event website. That event's long gone. The page might be still up, but it refers to 2011 and it's out of date. And someone clicks through and they go, well, hang on.
Yeah.
What's this person doing now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, I've got online booking, which is separate again. So I'd have website, online booking, Facebook page, for example.
Yeah, you want to promote where you want people to go.
Yeah.
Where do you primarily want? And you want to be sending to the most up-to-date, the most engaging, the one that's most likely going to generate a phone call for you.
Yeah.
Because people will ring you. And that's another thing, put a phone number on there.
Yes, please.
Because there's nothing, who gets frustrated when you go to a bank website and you can't find a number to ring somebody?
Or any website, really.
Anyone, yeah.
It is the most frustrating thing in the world.
Although I have my email right in my cover thing, and I got a message the other day. Where is your? How can I email you?
Some
Where
people,
you click that button to
you know
contact
what?
me.
But
to get
people
a
don't
message
see.
for your
They have
No, she's
blind. They have
messaged
little
me on
blinkers on. They
Facebook.
won't see because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a phenomenon of the human being.
Yeah.
They won't see. You go put it there, 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 and they go, I couldn't get in touch with you. Because they're going to be looking for it in a certain way because of how they
Because the
operate.
cover photo doesn't come up.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, so
It doesn't do anything.
the
Yeah.
this week,
Okay,
then
that
this
could have been
month,
why.
next 3 months, and
Yep.
moving it out that way.
I
So
don't even know where to look.
don't bite off more than you know you can chew. I think we all do that. So if you know coming up in this next week, you've got other engagements that you've already committed to, don't put down 5 things on your list.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have those 5 things on your list. You're going to get to the end of the list at the end of the week. You might have done one and you're going to start getting out the wet lettuce leaf and whacking yourself with it, aren't you? Because you haven't done it. Okay? So I want you just to pop one thing down that you're going to get done this week. And then for this month, maybe put 3 things. So I personally would start with an audit and just making sure that your branding and your message is exactly where you need it to be for what you're doing today and what you plan to be doing, say, for the rest of this year, because it's all about 6-7 months left of this year. Okay. Okay, because Google, one of the changes that they brought out was that they reward the initial content.
Yes, you mentioned that, yeah.
Publishing
Oh,
of
yeah.
initial content,
Yeah.
and then
So
everyone
do
else
that
kind of
back
gets
and
ranked
forth.
down.
Yeah.
So put it on your Facebook, put it on anywhere else, put it on Ruby Connection, any of these other directories, but put it on your own site first. So you're the originator.
Okay.
What about guest posts? If you guest post somewhere, do you?
Are you putting it on your site as well? Don't they generally ask for unique content?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Would you? Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure what I'm asking.
I don't, because I don't know how to
Well,
answer.
we'll do that.
No, I had a train of thought that went.
On Aweber, when you set up your newsletter, you have social sharing options before you publish. You can do it on LinkedIn, Facebook, sorry.
Okay.
And you just set which page or where you want to share it on Facebook, and you turn that on or off before you publish. Then when you publish, remember also when you've got your Aweber, it gives you the unique URL for that particular newsletter.
Right.
And you probably will relate to this, you've seen a newsletter at the very top that says if you can't read this, click this link.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the unique link for that particular newsletter. And when you're publishing always under the same list in Aweber, there's going to be an archive, and the archives get indexed as well on Google. So what it means is, so you go into Aweber, you create your newsletter,
Yeah.
you say yes, publish on Twitter, yes, publish on Facebook, hit send, grab that little URL as
Yeah.
well, and then it goes out to your database. It'll go to Twitter and it'll go to Facebook
because
as well.
My
Plus, it
database
sits on
is
the
different
archive.
to, my database is different to who I've got on my Facebook.
Yeah.
stuff.
So you're going to get to the database people, you're going to share to your Facebook friends or your fans, and you're going to get tweeted on Twitter. And then it sits as the archive because Aweber keeps a copy on its own server.
Right, yeah.
And that gets indexed as well. So there you go, 4 spots in one hit.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so everyone's got something to do for the next week or next month, and then,
Planning.
yeah. So don't feel that you've got to get everything done straight away,
Yeah.
because it is a journey and things change, and you can do things once but use it multiple times. This is another thing to remember, that just share your content. And if you've got an existing website or blog, just reshare that stuff. If you haven't got the bandwidth or the time to go and create brand new entries right now, go and pull up some of your old stuff. You mentioned about your newsletters. Is there content in your newsletters you can just go boom? So not having to reinvent the wheel, just pull stuff, because if it's from 12 months ago, you're going to have people that first of
That
all
weren't there.
or didn't read it at the time
Forgotten.
and forget it anyway. Just get it, and you'll get, that's a great reminder, that's fine to do that. Don't think we can only do things once and not
Yeah, I
use.
love getting those because you get that light bulb. Oh yeah, it's going to do that. I'm ready for it
Because
now.
you know what,
You know,
you might get
off you
told
go.
something 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
but until you're ready for it to land on you,
Yeah.
and you
It's
are in a
not
position to have the available time, space, money, whatever it might be to do it, you won't have done it. But then it might be all the stars have aligned right when you get that email.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense? So don't get into overwhelm of that. Just do what you can and breathe. Very important. Do you feel better?
Yeah, I had an epiphany before, so
Hurrah!
yeah, I'm there. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's it's a good
Happy
fetal
face.
position. It's okay. It won't take a Jemmy to get her out of it this time.
Good fetal position. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so it's time for you to take action. It's not waiting for you. Just take it, get into the flow. If other people are flying past you, that's fine. It's like on the highway. Just go at your own pace as long as you're on the highway.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay, so just wanted to share some of my clients. Michael Royal, I worked with him recently. He came and heard me speak, and we did an audit of all of his LinkedIn profiles for him and his team, and then we did an audit of his website and made sure it was all consistent, yes, and also that because he's redoing his website, so that he could do the social sharing on there, so that it was enabled. We mentioned about the Pinterest type of thing, but that's not relevant for him. But so he met me at a presentation, and he was really pleased because he had his team of 3 or 4 people, and their profiles were like ghost lands. There's nothing on them, and so the message wasn't getting out there. So that's back to the consistency and the message. Really, really important. So what I wanted to offer you today is, if you want to come and work with me personally, I do strategy sessions. This is what I love to do, is work strategy with you. And so I'll give you 3 60-minute strategy sessions where we can come and map out specifically for you what you need to be doing. Because it gets rid of the overwhelm that you're probably thinking, where do I start, what do I need to do? Because there is a lot to cover. And you do need to get on the right track. So what I wanted to throw in for you is a bonus, because I do have a DIY social media for business membership site. And I'll just go through what's included here. And I'm going to add this as a bonus if anybody wants to come on board with some mentoring with me. So it's full of how-to videos, step-by-step videos. You know how I can sort of visualise where stuff is, because I do videos on it, and I'm a visual kinesthetic, is what I am. So why I can do that. And so I've got lots of videos, but also lots of content, because I speak a lot. I get invited to do webinars, teleseminars, and these things get recorded. So I've put all that content in the members area for my members. We also have a call-in day where you get to chat to me on the phone and ask you questions as well. And it's very, very powerful, because I don't know about you, but if I'm trying to work something out and I get stuck, I can't get moving through to the next point until I get that sorted out.
Yeah.
And this is what can move you through. We also do a monthly webinar. We'll pick a topic. So we've covered, I think we're going to do Pinterest coming up next. We've done LinkedIn, we've done Facebook. We'll have to do Facebook again because it changes every 5 minutes. And so lots of videos in there, and we take the audios of each of the calls. So we run the webinar, you get the audio, we also transcribe it. It all goes into the members area. Any of the other content that we have, we put it into there as well. you can share your events. Our newsletter goes out, and just like I said, it goes out onto our database, but it also goes across social networking sites as well. So you get to be part of you can be published in our newsletter as one of our 5 minutes with people. So share, and it actually does work. People get click-throughs and they get clients coming out from that because you've been showcased in front of people. If you run events, we put you in our newsletter also. And there's lots and lots of web resources and article writing opportunities. You can put your article on our Savvy Web Women website. So there's an opportunity there for you to share your content also. So annual membership to my club is $699. I'm going to give you that for free as a bonus to come and do 3 strategy sessions with me. And 3 one-hour strategy sessions, you think your ears have blown off. When I'm talking just to you and we're talking strategy about you and your business, it's just really, really powerful. So there's no photos. This is Ingrid, and she was born